Hello everyone. You guys can join us here. Before you joining, let me tell you something about today's class. So today we are going to discuss about our uh, class number two. As this is class number two, we are going to talk about the dialogues as we do all the time. Dialogue loaded with words, 15 words and 5 idioms and phrases. Okay, so you see, each day we have a target to learn some words and phrases. So we today we are going to learn another 50 words and 5 idioms and phrases that we will be using in our day-to-day conversation. Well, so um, you see here some words of unforeseen. So unforeseen, it's another way of talking about unexpected. So unexpected is the word, and you can easily say unforeseen. It's an advanced level of vocabulary, which is unforeseen. So now you can say, well, I don't know what's unexpected, or we should be ready for the unexpected disaster that might come after that semester or after that economic year. So in that case, you can say, we don't know, but we need to be ready to face, to tackle the unforeseen disaster, okay, the unexpected disaster. Well, hope all my students are there already. Let me check. Well, I'm gonna share this invite link again to you all. Okay, so hope my students joining faster, as fast as possible. I'm giving you the link again. WhatsApp. Well, okay. Hope my students are there already. Hello, students. Hello. Can you hear me?
Assalamualaikum, sir.
How many of you here? Fatima joined, Shaheen joined. Well, we are talking about our day-to-day words. So no problem. Somebody who will be joining later, they will get the video after the class. The video will be uploaded accordingly. The way we already uploaded the previous video. Well, so let's directly begin into the class. First, I will be talking about these words, and then we will talk about other items, and we have to also practice this dialogue together. So you see, today's words are a bit simpler than the previous day's words. There are 15 words. These are just 2 or 3 words you might find uncommon or unknown. Like you see, unforeseen. So unforeseen means unexpected. So we already know, we are accustomed to this word. We know what does that unforeseen means, right? Unexpected. So we all know what is unexpected. Now we're gonna say unforeseen instead of unexpected. Well, I don't know. I don't know what will happen today, but we should be ready, prepare to tackle, to handle, face the unforeseen situation. So you already know after means you can use it. Following next, intellectual means mental. I mean, mental properties doesn't mean there is another use of mental. We call them, like you see there is a place called mental hospital. So there is nothing to do with this mental situation or the craziness. It's about that that comes from your brain, that is intellectual, okay? That is related to your brain, your mental condition. Well, contemporary, you might get this word, a new word, contemporary. You can read this out with me. Contemporary. Shahid, read this out with me,
Yes,
everybody.
sir.
Contemporary.
Contemporary.
Contemporary. See, contemporary. So contemporary.
Contemporary.
Right, contemporary. Contemporary. You read it twice, at least 10 times, then you'll get a grip on this. So it means modern. You see, we can say, well, oh, today I saw a modern piece of art. Instead of saying modern, when you'll be taking IELTS tests, in that case, you'll be getting this word instead of modern. They might say, well, I have seen a contemporary art piece. Well, I will get
maybe we have seen you use in English literature this word contemporary.
Yeah, yes, we have seen this word. Well, then humble, modest. You see, is a humble person. That means he's a modest person. I mean, very cool, very down to the earth. Okay, very kind, very honest. Behavior is so good. That is humble. So humble means down to the earth. Oh, where are the other students?
So if I want to say like a humble gossiping, then what do you take that meaning?
That's a modest gossiping. But we should use humble with person instead of using it for the discussion of same things, okay? And I think you also remembered here is a person in Islam, an Islamic scholar. His name, I guess, Ahmad bin Hanbal, right?
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah, one of the Imam of
Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal, right? You know. Okay, great. So it's modest. Now, religious, devout. So devotee, you see devotee. I mean, those who are dedicated. So religious means devout. You know, these words are taken from the IELTS reading test. You see, for IELTS reading test, we will be doing some reading test in the end, inshallah. That's how the questions look like in IELTS. So these words, these 1,000 words are taken from this IELTS reading test from different passages. Impolite means should. One more thing I'm telling you guys, learning a word without context is really very hard to remember. So we are giving you just the gist. We are going to use this also in the passages, in the dialogue, and you always try to get them in the context, okay? So I don't want to teach you the words without context. I'm just giving you some brief ideas, but we will be learning these words and idioms and phrases, reading the dialogues. That's our main aim. Well, second means, you know, it's a movement. Temper, it's move. Immobile means motionless, that doesn't move. That is immobile. Mobile means movable, okay? That can move. Immobile, the antonym of mobile, okay? Now, mobile means movable. Hearsay. Hearsay means rumor. You say rumor. Sometimes on internet, it's very easy to spread a rumor right now. So you can say, instead of saying rumor, you can say hearsay. Hearsay. That means rumor.
Hearsay.
Pattern. Pattern means sample. Pattern. Okay, and there is homicide. Homicide means murder. And incidentally means by the way. You see, we say, oh, by the way, I have got this.
There is similarity between homicide and genocide. Homicide means murder. Genocide means mass destruction.
Mass murder. You see that massacre. You see, we learn massacre. Massacre is
genocide. I want to say that genocide is like massacre.
Yeah, and also there is another called Holocaust that is also related to massacre. Massacre, genocide, Holocaust. Yeah. Okay, great. So we got 5 more idioms and phrases here at one's wit's end. Wit's end. That means, you know, you don't know what to say. You know, when we found that the umpires were giving the wrong decision, all the Bangladeshi fans were there wit's end. You see, were there wit's end. All the Bangladeshi fans were at their wit's end. That means they didn't know what to do at the time. Between the devil and the deep sea. So when Bangladesh plays against India, they're normally between the devil and the deep sea because both of the umpires and the Team India, they are two sides, and Bangladesh is in the middle of to these people, right? To that of the two teams, so two sides. So we can consider them as two dangers. So we can easily say when Bangladesh is playing against India, they're actually between the devil and the deep sea. So when you are in between two problems, at that time you can say, oh, well, I'm in between the devil and the deep sea. Guys, can you please ask other students to join? My good God. Only few students joined today. Where are the other students? All of them should join. Okay, let's move on. Guys, can you see that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, now burn the midnight wall. So burn the midnight wall means working very hard. Like, you know, my exam is near, and now I have to burn the midnight wall to complete my syllabus. That means when you are burning the midnight wall, that means you're working very hard, very seriously. And now call a spade a spade. That means speak frankly and directly. So he has a very sharp mouth. He always calls a spade a spade. I mean, whatever in front of you, you're never beating around the bush. You are always on point. You're always talking about what happened. Come off with flying colors means be highly successful. You know, had Bangladeshi had 2 or 3 other Bangladeshi batters batted well, Bangladesh would definitely come off with flying colors. So had just 2 or 3 Bangladeshi batters batted well. We are getting disturbing sound. Please, guys, turn off your mic. I guess it's okay. Let me mute Shaheen. So where are the other students? They should join. Okay. Just 1 second. Oh, well, we got a dialogue today to practice. I will read the dialogue first for you. You just try to understand how I'm pronouncing all the words, and then I will let you guys practice.
Sir, if you don't mind, I want to make a suggestion that the new every day you give us that new 15 word and phrases, idioms, and phrases. I think after if we have enough time, so after you introduce us these topics, and then you can ask anyone then who you can read it in right pronunciation. Maybe it's possible. We have to clear that
I will let you, no, not the word. We are not gonna do the single word. I will read that dialogue, and then you will be using this in the dialogue. While you're talking in the dialogue, then you try to pronounce it. You know, pronouncing single word is a bit difficult. When you are pronouncing in a sentence, then you will be learning it accurately because there is intonation, one word after another word. So it's a wrong approach, learning single words pronunciation. But most of the time, in most of the cases, on most of the videos, you will find that they are teaching you single word pronunciation. But it's better pronouncing the word using in a sentence. So, you know, there is intonation. One word, another word, 2 or 3 words sometimes jumbled up. So if you use it in a sentence and pronounce it there, then you get the actual pronunciation. Okay, but thank you very much for your suggestion.
Because we like today's word is more familiar to me, but now with next class it will be more difficult to introduce with new words. So it's not possible that we are 100% correct in within 1 minute with the dialogue.
No, that's why you'll be having the dialogue all the time. I have told you already to read it out at least for 10 times, at least 10 times after the class. You will do it, you read it, you make practice, you send it to me if you feel. But you know, it will be corrected automatically. Don't you worry. But that's why you have to read it. First you listen to it. I will give you the video. You listen to it. You read it. You at least practice it for 10 times. And then you practice it with your batchmate. You call them, you practice together. So let me read that dialogue. Assalamu alaikum, what's up, brother? Wa alaikum assalam, alhamdulillah, I'm over the moon. So over the moon means I'm so good. How about you? Alhamdulillah, going great. Hey, what about your new business? How is everything going? Alhamdulillah, everything is top notch. But as you know, it's a startup. I have been borrowing the midnight role to secure its future from any unforeseen circumstances. So, burning the midnight world to secure its future from any unforeseen circumstances. That's impressive. I know you are a very conscientious person. You see, the conscientious. You learned it yesterday. We used it here again today, so that you don't need to review the previous class. Rather, you will get these words, the toughest words you feel in everyday's conversation, you're gonna get them. So it will be automatically reviewed. That's impressive. I know you are a very conscientious person and you always reach your goals. And everyone knows you as a humble police officer. Now, tell me something about your cop life. No, cop life. Cop. You see, cop means police, right? Cop life. Same old, brother. Last night, we captured a grasping businessman. You see, grasping. What does grasping mean, guys? You remember? What does grasping mean?
Greedy.
Greedy. So you see, no, you don't need to rely on the last day's class. The way I have designed is I myself made all the content. So what I have done, I kept it in my mind that so that you don't need to memorize the words. You read it and you learn. So the words you feel a bit tough. You see, every day's dialogue, you'll be getting these words. There'll be dialogue, stories. So automatically, just by reading the dialogue, you'll get this. And also there will be test quizzes. So if you just follow my direction, you will automatically learn this. You'll acquire this. You don't need to memorize. You'll automatically acquire this. Well, we captured a grasping businessman who cheated on a young lady over a contemporary art piece. In fact, hearsay is spreading. So what is hearsay? Shaheen, your sound is so disturbing, man. What is hearsay? Fatima, are you there? Guys, what is hearsay? Okay, nobody's talking. I don't know why. Oh, well.
What happened? What happened? Anything wrong?
What is hearsay? What does hearsay mean? Don't you know? Rumor, man. Rumor. Well, the man that he is the mastermind. He is the mastermind of the recent homicide. That means recent killing. Murder.
Killing.
Yeah, recent murder. Well,
we are not familiar with homicide, genocide, and suicide.
Yeah, so hearsay and homicide. These words are nicely used in the sentences, and no worries. In next class dialogue, you might also get some references.
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum salam. Hey, Suha. Well, okay. Now, if my reminiscence, so what is reminiscence? If my reminiscence doesn't betray me, what is reminiscence?
Means memory.
So if you have already taken the tests, you already know what is reminiscence mean. And also today's test, you might also find some words from previous day's class. So it's correlated, interconnected course. So you don't need to memorize. You don't need to give extra time. If you just follow my order and follow the direction, you will easily get all these things so comfortably. Well, if my reminiscence doesn't betray me, if my memory doesn't betray me, the day before, we caught an impolite TikToker. Impolite, it means not good, right? Impolite TikToker who used to use others' intellectual property without permission, right? So rude, impolite means rude, not good, okay? Intellectual property, that means, I have made this dialogue.
Mental.
So that is my intellectual property. When you are writing something from your own, from your brain, that is your intellectual property, okay? So, let me call a spade a spade. Let me call a spade a spade. That means, let me tell the truth.
Yeah,
Let me talk frankly. This TikTok generation makes my temper high. Temper high, you see, you understand that? Temper high, that means hot temper, angry. It makes you angry. You know what? This TikTok generation lost their mobility. Since most of the time they stick to the screen. You see, most of the
Movable.
time they're on their phone and they don't move normally.
They
So
stick
say,
to the website. I stick to the
yeah,
online.
you're right. In fact, I found a pattern in their talking. You know, even you see when they are talking, you'll find a pattern that most of them, the TikTok user, their talking style, their behavior is like sometimes boys are behaving like the girls are behaving like the boys. The opposite
Like
is
they
like
are
the
like
common
autism
gender.
generation.
You're right, like the autistic. Well, when they talk, they follow the same pattern. Sick people. You see, the dialogue I give you, when you practice it, you will also be able to pick some phrases from here. It's a sick people. Look, when you will practice it again and again
And
and again.
we can add also some dialogue with these recent topics
Yeah, okay. So what
using
you
these
can do,
phrases and idioms.
yeah. So you will be able to use these words in your day-to-day speech. I have already told you that you have to make some videos on using at least 30% of the words you are learning every day. Okay, try to use this. And I will later on. I will portion by portion. I will be giving some tasks to write essays or paragraphs or simple dialogues using these words. No problem. I will automatically getting out from you. You don't worry. These people, incidentally, I mean, by the way, need to be maneuvered. So last class you learned maneuvered, right? So maneuvered, last class we
Manipulate.
Means
used,
manipulate.
yeah, we used it in a negative way, and this class we are using it in a positive way. So maneuvered means you motivate someone to do something either in a positive way or in a
Manipulate.
negative way, right? Either in a positive way or in a negative way. So he said need to be maneuvered by their family. That means their family must manipulate or motivate them. It's obligatory for them. You see another word, obligatory. So the
For
words you
them,
learned
like
yesterday,
compulsory for them.
now you are
Compulsory.
getting
Compulsory.
right. Now you are getting all the work today. Isn't it helpful for you? So you are not. How can you forget the words? You
Yes,
cannot
sir.
because we connected this word together. What do you think? You are 100% right. But I think the parents are now in between the devil and the deep sea. Look, you are 100% right. But I think the parents are now in between the devil and the deep sea. These kids are so deeply addicted to TikTok that if the devices are taken away from them, chances are high that they might be mentally cracked. So now the parents cannot do anything. Either ways they're in danger. So we can call them in between the devil and the deep sea. Because if they stop them doing the TikTok, take their devices away, they might be psycho. Already they are. I think we all should try to get them out of the wood since it's both a national and religious concern. Okay? You read my mind. Read someone's mind means getting having the same opinion. Okay? You can also, sometimes I use it. Oh, you read my mind. So you read my mind means getting the same idea, same opinion. If everyone comes forward to tackle the nastiness of TikTok, okay, of TikTok, we will certainly come up with flying colors. I mean, we'll be successful. We will certainly come off with flying colors. Absolutely right. Let's hope for the best. Okay, guys, I'm done. I'm done. Now it's your turn. I'm going to give you two. You're going to practice today. Okay, boys first and the ladies will come. Get ready, everybody. I'm going to give this chance to Shaheen and Tajul Bhai. Sakib will come later. Shaheen, friend one. Tajul Bhai, friend two. Do it fast. I need to give this opportunity to everybody.
Okay, sir. Assalamu alaikum. What's up, brother?
Walaikum assalam. Alhamdulillah. I am over the moon. How about you?
Alhamdulillah. Going great. Hey, what about your new business? How is everything going?
Alhamdulillah. Everything is top notch. But as you know, it's a startup. I have been burning the midnight oil to secure his future from any unforeseen circumstances.
That's impressive. I know you are a very conscientious person and you
Conscientious. Conscientious.
consci- conscientious person,
Look, conscientious. Conscientious.
con-
Consci,
conscientious
yeah, conscientious. Two, conscientious. Okay.
person and you always reach your goals.
Yeah.
And everyone knows you as a humble police officer. Now tell me something about your cop life.
Same old, brother. Last night, we captured a worshipping businessman who cheated on young lady over a contemporary art piece. In fact, hearsay is spreading about the man that he is the mastermind of the recent homicide.
If my reminiscence doesn't betray me, the day before you caught an impolite TikToker who used to use others' intellectual property without permission, right?
Let me call a spade a spade. This TikTok generation makes my temper high. You know what? This TikTok generation lost their mobility since most of the time they stick to the screen. In fact, I found a pattern in their talking. When they talk, they follow the same pattern sick people.
These people, incidentally, need to be maneuvered by their family. It's obligatory for them. What do you think?
You are 100% right, but I think the patterns are now in the between the devil
Parents.
Patterns, not
The
parents.
parents. The parents are now in
and
between
parents.
the
Parents. Sorry, sir.
devil and
Parents
the deep
are
sea.
in the between the devil and the deep sea. These kids are so deeply addicted to TikTok that if the device are taken away from them, chances are high that they might be
Chances.
mental are
Chances
high
are-
that they might be mentally cracked.
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 Okay.
That they might be mentally cracked.
Cracked. Okay.
I think we all should try to get them out of the wood since it's both a national and religious concern.
You read my mind. If everyone comes forward to tackle the nastiness of TikTok, we will certainly come up with flying colors.
Flying colors. Okay. So
Fly.
after, yeah, that's okay. Finish it.
Absolutely right. Let's hope for the best.
Okay, so what you do after the class, when I will upload the video, you listen to me and how I talk. You know, that's why I told you that learning single word pronunciation is just waste of time, because English is a rhythmic language. There is intonation, right? Arabic, you know, in some words you are giving 1 alif, 2 alif, 3 alif, straighting, right? In English, there is intonation. So what I said, let me read that line for you. But I think the parents are now in between the devil and the deep sea. Devil and the deep sea. So you see, there is a up, down, up, down. So that's why you need to learn the pronunciation of the words using them in the sentence, okay? So what you do after class, you will listen to it again and again and try to imitate it. Okay, now I'm gonna giving the chance to the ladies, and now I request Fatima and Suha. Fatima will be friend one, Suha will be friend two. Fatima, can you hear me? Hello. I think Fatima is talking, but we cannot hear her. My good God. Hello. Fatima, if you talk, then you can also write me a text. Well, Archie, can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Suha, you hear me? Archie, can you hear me?
Sir.
Okay, then as I cannot hear Fatima, Fatima, sorry, we cannot hear you. I don't know what's, I guess there is some problem with your device. You can try to join from another device, okay? Or you can also restart, then the problem will be fixed. Okay, so let's go to Soha and Archie. So Archie will be friend one, and Soha will be friend two. Please start. Hello.
Sir, you can hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear. Our little temp Ayaz is here also.
Yes, sir. And sir, my little baby here also, but I
Oh,
can be
no
mute.
problem.
Everybody here disturb.
Okay, no problem. No problem. Okay.
Assalamualaikum. What's up, brother? Walaikum assalam. Alhamdulillah, I'm over the moon. How about you? Alhamdulillah. Going great. Hey, what about your new...
Sorry to interrupt you, everybody. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear now. Fatima, we can hear you loud and clear. Yeah, you fixed it. Thank you. Congratulations.
Microphone.
Yeah, congratulations.
Okay,
yeah, okay. So please
Yes,
proceed. Continue. Archie and Soha, continue.
How is everything going? Alhamdulillah, everything is top notch, but as you know, it's a startup. I have been burning the middle night oil
Midnight
to
Wall.
secure
Secure.
its future from my unforeseen
Circumstances.
circumstances.
Okay. Archie, it's your turn.
That's improved. I know you are a very conscientious person and you also risk your flaws. And everyone knows you as a humble police officer. Now tell me something about your cop life.
Sir, my
Yeah.
mommy can't say because there is some problems.
Okay, no problem.
Can
No,
you pick another one?
no problem.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, so Fatima, you can take over from Archie's
Okay,
part.
sir.
So friend one, you can go for it. You can say, instead of brother, you can call sister as you're talking to her. Okay.
Okay, sir. Sabol brother, last night we captured a grasping businessman who cheated on a young lady over a contemporary art piece. In fact, Hearsay is spreading about the man that he is the mastermind of the recent homicide.
Homicide. Good. Very good. Okay. So
If my reminiscence doesn't betray me, the day before you caught an impolite TikToker who used to use others'
intellectual
property without permission, right?
Let me call a spade a spade. This TikTok generation makes my temper high. You know what? This TikTok generation lost their mobility since most of the time they stick to the screen. In fact, I found a pattern in their talking. When they talk, they follow the same pattern. Sick people.
Great.
These people These people identically need to be
incidentally
need to be maneuvered by their family. Maneuvered by their family. It's obligatory for them. Who do you think? What do you think?
Yep.
You are 100% right, but I think the parents are now in between the devil and the gypsy. These kids are so deeply addicted to TikTok that if the device are taken away from them, chances are high that they might be mentally cracked.
I think we all should try to get them out of the wood since it's both a national and religious concern.
You read my mind. If everyone comes forward to tackle the nastiness of TikTok, we will certainly come off with flying colors.
Absolutely right. Let's hope for the best.
Okay, thank you very much, both of you. There was a nice piece of discussion. Now, Sakib will join. So Sakib will be doing the part 2, I guess. Fatima, which one you will be doing? You are doing friend 2 or friend 1? Hello, Fatima. Hello. Hello.
I'm hearing you loud and clear.
Yeah, Fatima, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Okay. Which part were you doing? Friend 1 or friend 2?
Friend 1.
Friend 1. Now we are going
to
do
friend.
Okay.
Friend 2.
Okay, now we are going to do friend 1 and Sakib will join. Sakib will be doing friend 2. Please start. You are going to do friend 1.
Assalamu alaikum. What's up, brother?
Walaikum assalam. Alhamdulillah. I'm over the moon. How about you?
Alhamdulillah. Doing great. Hey, what about your new business? How is everything going?
Alhamdulillah, everything is top notch. But as you know, it's a startup. I've been burning the midnight oil to secure its future from any unforeseen circumstances.
That's impressive. I know you are a very
conscientious
person and you always reach your goals.
Sakib, and everyone.
Okay, sir. And Sakib. Everyone knows you as a humble police officer. Now tell me something about your cop life.
Same old, brother. Last night, we captured a grasping businessman who cheated on a young lady over a contemporary art piece. In fact, Hearsay is spreading about the man that he is the mastermind of the recent homicide.
Okay,
if my reminiscence doesn't betray me, the day before you caught an impolite TikToker who used to use others' intellectual property without permission, right?
Let me call a spade a spade. This TikTok generation makes my temper high. You know what? This TikTok generation lost their mobility since most of the time they stick to the screen. In fact, I found a pattern in their talking. When they talk, they follow the same pattern. Sick people.
These people incidentally need to be maneuvered by their family. It's obligatory for them. What do you think?
You are 100% right, but I think the parents are now in between the devil and the gypsy. These kids are so deeply addicted to TikTok that if the device are taken away from them, chances are high that they might be mentally cracked.
I think we all should try to get them out of the wood, since it's both a national and religious concern.
You read my mind. If everyone comes forward to tackle the nastiness of TikTok, we will certainly come off out flying colors.
Absolutely right. Let's hope for the best.
Okay, thank you very much, everybody. Now we are out of time, so I'm going to give you some tasks. Well, what you do, we'll be back again after 5 minutes. I think last day, we came back, but 2 or 3 students joined me. Other left. I think they didn't know. So we will take a break just 1 minute later. So what we do in the meantime, we'll get a 5 or 6 minutes break. So in that 5 minutes, you will log into the website and you will take the test. No problem. You can take the test as many times as you want, but you take the test and then you tell me how much you scored. If you don't want to tell me, no problem, but you take the test. It will take 2-3 minutes to complete the test, okay? So we'll be back sharp at 10.
Do you need to take the test? Okay, sir.
Now.
Do you need to take the test now?
Yeah, you will take the test now. So we'll be back sharp at 5-6 minutes later, 10:46 or 7, okay? So you take the test and then join again. I'm gonna cutting the call. So you join, you take the test. Everybody take the test. Okay, bye.
Okay, sir.
Now.
Okay.
See you.